Life, it's all about death, it's all about pain, it's all about destruction and the things you do in vain.
From the super swank Alex Duffy Studios, it's the Alex Duffy Show, starring Alex Duffy with this week's special guest, Stacie Burrows.
She's hot.
And now, a man who does one hell of an impression of William F. Buckley, Alex Duffy.
Life, it's all about you, it's all about me. We're all that we have and all we foresee. So give it your best shot, it's all that we got. Might not be a lot, but that's all there is to life. The light, the light,
The light.
the light.
The light.
There's something up with your mic, too.
Okay, folks, it is the Alex Duffy Show, and today is... Sorry.
We got a drummer down.
We got a drummer down. Today is November 6th.
Your microphone is like right into your throat.
In my throat.
Yes.
Ah,
You need to
okay.
fix your mic.
Okay, I gotta fix my mic. How's this? Is it better?
Check, check, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Much better.
Much better. Okay, November 6th, 2002, the Alex Duffy Show. Before we get started, I just want to comment, we had an election in California. Yes.
Oh, did that suck?
Oh, man, it just makes you lose all faith in democracy. The choices of candidates that we had for governor were just suck and sucker. I mean, it just can't get worse, you know? And in terms of, I don't know, in terms of what did the election really accomplish? Well, I guess the huge deficit we have is going to be taxed to the point where it's gone, I'm supposing, or something.
Yeah.
So we'll have more taxes, but hey, it's for a good cause. I don't know. Just democracy doesn't work, but as Winston Churchill says, democracy is the worst form of government, except for all the other ones that have been tried. All right. Good old Winston Churchill. Now, and by the way, if any of you are clapping your hands saying, Winston Churchill, hey, that guy's cool, remember that he used to drop, in 1920, he ordered poison gas dropped on rebelling Afghan villages.
What a dick.
Yeah, so, you know, he had a good side and a bad side. Okay, that's Winston Churchill. Yeah.
Thanks for the history lesson there, Alex. That
And,
was great.
of course, George W. Bush has a bust of Winston Churchill in his office that he talks to.
That's frightening. Hey, you still haven't dug up the photo of Shrub yet.
Oh, that's right.
We're supposed to hang that on the wall and review
That's
it.
right. Yeah, well, we got sent a photo of George W. Bush.
Oh.
Somebody put me on the Republican mailing list as a joke. Even though I'm this far left, you know, half socialist thing. But anyway. All right. We have a wonderful guest. It is the one, the only, Stacie Burrows, comedian, writer, all-around talented person. Yay! All right. How are you doing, Stacie?
I'm good, Alex. Thanks for having me.
So how is LA been for you so
I don't
far?
want to talk about it. No, I'm just joking.
Okay.
Alex was afraid I was going to be quiet. Alex doesn't know me. LA is it's a hard town. It's a hard town. A lot of people come out here and find success. You know?
Like one person out of every 1,000, or?
Yeah, and they hit it and they make it big, but that's not me.
Ah, okay.
No, because you know what, Alex?
Yes.
No.
Are you
See,
having-
now you're an optimist, but you're wrong because I'm destined to fail.
Are you having success out here?
No, I'm not. Because no matter how hard I try, I am destined to fail. But I know why I'm destined to fail.
Okay, why?
It's because I set goals that are way too lofty to attain. Because like when I was a little girl, I used to think every night, I'd be like, you know what? I was about 8 years old, and I'd be like, by the time I'm 30, I'm going to be Asian. You see what I'm saying? Those are the kind of goals I set for myself. And then
That's a tough one.
Yeah, and I'm seriously starting to think it's not going to happen anytime soon. You know, I'm starting to lose patience. And I'm also starting to think that I'm never going to grow that beard I've been wanting so badly. You know?
Oh, what a shame.
There are hormones you can take.
I've taken them all, but I'm destined to fail. And I'm never going to be 18 again. I want to do that. That'd be nice, huh?
Good luck on that one.
Well, yeah, I know, because when I was 18, I looked good. I was hot when I was 18.
Hotter than now?
Hotter than now, can you believe it?
Wow.
But see, here's the thing. When I was 18, I treated my body like it was a temple. Like it was a temple.
Yeah?
In fact, I'd say it was a lot like Mecca. Let me just put it to you this way. I had a lot of people stopping by paying homage, if you know what I mean.
You should treat it like a temple dedicated to rock and roll.
Right. Ow. It's great. Good times. 18. Not going back.
Well, I'm surprised that you do comedy because you look so normal.
I look normal to you?
Yes.
I get that a lot. That's really weird that you should say that because everyone says that to me. They say, Stacie, you look normal. What's up with the comedy? Well, I'm here to tell you, Alex, I'm not normal at all. I'm nowhere near normal. But maybe you don't believe me, so you be the judge. Would you say that it's normal that I take my cat to the vet every week for chemotherapy? Huh? Would that be a normal person's activity?
Normal.
Exactly.
Not
so
normal.
A normal person would find out their cat has cancer, probably let him go, right? Let him go.
What if you loved that cat?
That's the thing. No, not me. I'm like, if the cat's got cancer, we treat it with chemotherapy. And that's what I've been doing. The cat was free, Alex. It was a free cat. I adopted it. He's now worth $5,000.
Wow.
Is that normal?
Yeah.
No, it's not normal,
Not
okay?
normal.
Because I don't have that kind of money. I'm not a rich person.
You added value to the cat.
I did. It's kind of like a lease. It's like the balloon payment at the end. Because, I've pretty much charged it all, like all the medical expenses. Ooh. And there's nothing like paying 24% annually on a cat that's got about 6 more months. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay. Also, would you say that it's normal that I frequently indulge on cheese pizza, even though I'm undeniably lactose intolerant? Makes me sick as a dog.
That's not normal.
Right. I have no self-control. It's crazy. Would you say that it's normal that I'm a highly educated stay-at-home mom? But I don't have any kids? Would you say that's normal? No, it's just me and the radioactive cat over there. And I'm like, hey, this is good with me. I'm not a normal person, so comedy's for me. Yep.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yep.
Well, you were born in a relatively conservative part of this world.
Relatively?
Relatively in that the Taliban were only slightly more conservative.
Precisely.
You were from Houston, Texas.
Oh, the suburbs of Houston, Texas, darling.
Okay.
Ooh, even better.
Suburbs. Yeah, my grandmother is 91 years old, and she is the strongest Republican I know. Like, she's crazy. She went out, voted. She is the GOP. She is it. She loves it.
Did she get them in line? Did she keep them to their conservative values?
They call her for advice. Clarice, Mimi. That's what we call her. She's 91.
Mimi.
She's good. She's cool. Yeah, no, Houston's a very conservative town. Very conservative town.
How conservative is it?
Well, no, I don't have a bit about it, but it's pretty conservative. But like the neighborhood I grew up in, this is a kind of funny story. The neighborhood I grew up in, they were just not in touch with reality at all. Like I grew up in a very affluent neighborhood because up until like 3rd grade, we were very affluent, but then this sort of bankruptcy happened. Anyway, but we were living a lie, and it was fun. We were living on credit. It's great. I recommend it to anybody. But the cool thing was my neighbors, they were ridiculously loaded, right? And they bought their 16-year-old brand new BMW. When she turned 16, they gave her a BMW.
Nice.
Oh, my God.
Well, this did not sit well with some of the other kids, the riffraff from the other side of the tracks. So one night, this is a true story, they broke into her garage, and they blew it up.
Oh, my God.
Nice.
So what do you think her parents did?
Bought another one.
You're absolutely right.
Wow.
Yeah, because
Insurance
that's good.
kit, I'm sure,
Good for
yeah.
kids.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Everyone should have a brand new BMW when they turn 16.
Especially after the first one's been blown up.
Yeah, exactly. That's a tough gig.
Houston, Texas is so conservative.
How conservative is it, Alex?
The women there held a referendum which they passed to give back the right to vote.
They're like, we don't have any place here. I need to go bake something for my husband.
But Austin is not so conservative.
No, Austin's quite liberal. Quite liberal. That's where I had my first lesbian experience.
Sweet.
It's where I was black for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. I was never black or a lesbian. I'm sorry.
You get Alex all excited
I'm
there.
sorry.
You
I'm
see
sorry.
the look on his
But
face
my
when you mentioned
roommate,
lesbian.
my roommate from college, adorable. She looked like Meg Ryan. Her name's Melanie. She's adorable. She was my roommate for years, and we got along great. And then the day I moved out, she became lesbian.
Well, she must have secretly.
I think she did. I think she did.
Pining away for
I'm just
you.
waiting for Winona Ryder to come out of the closet.
Oh well.
I mean, no, she of all the actresses in Hollywood, she has the butchest haircuts.
Well, she didn't look good today in court when she.
She doesn't look butch. She doesn't look butch for the trial, but usually she looks like a 14-year-old boy. You know,
That's why Alex likes her.
Oh, hey Alex, I'm over here.
Well, here's the thing. People are saying, "Oh, yeah, they should lock her up and throw away the key," and I'm saying, no, they shouldn't because she's a celebrity. And people say, "Oh, just because she's a celebrity, No, because she's a celebrity and she goes to jail, she's going to get her ass kicked every single day.
And the prosecutor said it was never about jail time. Today, that was her quote. This was never about jail time. I mean, no wonder Winona Ryder can just whatever. She left in a Porsche today, for God's sake. She's going to be okay.
Oh, I'm going to pay a $2,000 fine.
Oh, hell, I won't shoplift again.
Community service or something that she probably would be doing anyway.
She was doing research for a role. You know it and I know it. We all know it. Why would somebody like Winona Ryder go steal merchandise?
The
There
movie.
are people like that, though, who shoplift for sport. They're bored, they've got nothing better to do, so they go out and they steal shit for sport.
Yeah.
That's, I think, what she was doing.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's what she was up to.
Do you shoplift for sport, Steve?
Well, when I was a kid.
Okay.
Well, you grow out of that when you're like 9. You know, at least I did.
Well, it's like
Some
one of the
people do.
celebrity who's been in the news a lot lately and every single day for the last 3 years. Britney Spears. Do you have anything to say about her?
Britney Spears?
Do you?
Yes, absolutely I do. I'm actually very passionate about Britney Spears because I believe in educating people.
Oh.
I want to empower people through education. And I was listening to the radio the other day, and the DJs were talking about her virginity. Like, they're still talking about whether or not Britney Spears is a virgin.
I thought you said the Justin Timberlake.
No.
Never mind.
Well,
sorry.
every day it's like, is she not, is she? She is not. That is the definitive answer. And let me tell you how I know for sure. It's a little saying my father used to tell me every night when he tucked me into bed. He'd say to me, Stacie, honey, if it walks like a duck, chances are it's been fucked in the ass. Now, listen, okay, I didn't really know what it meant then, but I get it now. And
now
my father,
it all comes clear.
my father knows a lot about ducks. Like, he knows a lot. And
Did she go from non-duck to duck?
yeah, she's been waddling around for quite some time, is what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
But not that Christina Aguilera. No, she does not walk like a duck.
Really?
She walks like a fucking whore. That's what she walks like. Okay, she's just dirty. She's just nasty and dirty, and she'll tell you she is. Can I say fucking whore? I'm sorry.
Hey,
No,
you
I'm
say-
sorry, you
You
can't,
can say fuck,
actually.
shit,
Oh.
piss. You can even say. I don't want to say it, George W. Bush. Oh God, sorry.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, I said George. I said
You
that.
filthy.
Now
filthy.
that's more filthy than anything else you could say in the world.
Well, you know what's weird is that back in 60, Lenny Bruce. You familiar with Lenny Bruce?
Oh yeah.
He got arrested for obscenity all the time because there was that one gig that he did. Like the very first time he got arrested. Do you know the word that he got arrested for?
What was it?
For saying in public, this is so stupid. He said the word cocksucker, and that got him arrested. That's what started it all.
And he got arrested in L.A.
Yeah,
too.
in L.A. Right.
By sheriff. I forget the guy who just died. Sherman Block.
Oh, he's dead. Yay!
Yeah. He started out as a deputy, and then he eventually became the sheriff.
He was a cocksucker.
He actually died. He actually was a dead man on the ballot. He died a week before the election.
Is he the guy that? Oh, wow, I heard about that.
Yeah. And you know what? I regretted not voting for him because I always wanted to vote for a dead man. He lost though.
Well, yeah. I
Oh.
didn't know exactly. Well, the weird thing about that whole obscenity thing is that, to be arrested for saying something, that's
Right.
kind of crazy because it's the First Amendment and everything. But they called it obscene. That's what they said. They said that to say cocksucker in public, that's obscene.
Right.
Well, see, I don't think that's obscene. But do you want to know what I do think is obscene?
What is obscene?
I think obscene, like obscenity, is when Christopher Reeves, you're familiar with Christopher Reeves, right?
Right.
When he attends one of these public functions out here, and the minute they roll that poor bastard right out onto the stage,
Right.
everybody in the whole joint stands up. Okay, that's obscene, guys. Strap your chair. I mean, give him a break. You know what I'm saying? You're flaunting it. You're like, hey, look at me. I'm walking around. I'm moving all my limbs. It's
The
never
whole
been so
place
great.
can stand except for you.
Yeah, it's like, so that's obscene to me. I think that's obscene.
Well, Emo Phillips once said he performed to an audience of epileptics and he had them rolling in the aisles.
Oh, Alex.
Anyway, okay. Well, you
Pugmeister.
are.
Emo Phillips at the Chuckle Hut. Okay,
Yes,
anyway,
yes.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What about marriage?
Okay, well,
You are married.
I am married.
How many years?
I'm married 3.5 years.
Oh, we pity the guy.
Oh my God.
No, he's actually a good guy.
No,
He's a good guy.
that's great. In LA, it's like you've been married for 90 days.
Yeah, I
and
know.
Your warranty hasn't run out.
Yeah, exactly,
Or
exactly.
post warranty. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No, it's cool. I mean, because he knew it was going to last. Because what he got himself was a happily married woman. That's what I am today. I'm here to say it. I'm a happily married woman with a very
Kudos
shady.
to you for that.
Yeah, I know.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes.
But I just happen to have a very shady past. Okay, and so you know what I mean. Yeah, I got it all out of my system. It was quite fun.
Well, tell us something about the marriage.
Well, here's the thing. This was curious. When we got married, he bought me, the engagement ring, and he had a little Italian inscription put on the inside, which was sweet because we went to Italy for our honeymoon. It was adorable.
Nice.
But the Italian on the inside, it said "No solo visto, no me molesta mi esposa," which I don't speak Italian, but according to our pool boy Giovanni, that means if you're reading this, get off my wife. Because he'd have to be close up. Okay, never mind.
Nice.
No, but no, it's fun. We have a good time. I mean, he brought home this article the other day from Cosmo.
He should have said if you're reading this, La Cosa Nostra.
Oh, yeah. Horses. Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
So, no, that's okay. It's all right.
Cosmo. He reads Cosmo.
Yes, he does read Cosmo.
On purpose?
It's weird. I think it's because it's the closest thing that I'll let him bring into the house. The closest thing to porn that I'll let him bring into the house, that is. Well, it's that and Japanese anime.
Probably, I said
that's quite pornographic. Actually.
Japanese anime. I was reading one of the books, and there was a picture of a naked 8-year-old Asian girl on a toilet.
Yes, they do that.
I'm familiar with cartoons. Listen, hey, Marmaduke, a cartoon, is a pretty precocious fellow, but he never got himself into that kind of situation.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Anyway, so he brings home this article from Cosmo, and it's called Top 10 Ways to Spice Up Your Sex Life. I'm like, all right, bitch, bring it on. You know what I'm saying? And I said that. I was like, bring it on, bitch. All right. So now here's the thing. Cosmo, they're pretty astute when it comes to sex. And numbers 1 through 9 were right on the money. Number 10 was a little creepy, Alex.
What was it?
Well, number 10 suggested, this is a little racy.
Right.
Number 10 suggests that when you're in bed with your man and things are a little intimate, they suggest you reach down and caress his nutsack. Caress the nutsack. That's all right, right? That's nice. Ooh, that feels nice. But then they say right at the moment of climax, tug on it.
Oh,
That.
oh,
Tug on
bad
it.
idea number 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Well,
Plus 5 and 6, I think.
I tried it. And I got to tell you,
Oh.
it did not go over well.
No.
In fact, first thing the next morning, I called the editor at Cosmo, and I told that bitch that in the future, she should title her articles a little bit more appropriately. Like this one should have been called One Surefire Way to Get Punched in the Friggin' Mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. If you're lucky, that's all that would happen.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Bad.
we're separated now. Just kidding. No, we have a good time. It's good.
You have a good time in your lovely Silver Lake house. Yeah. Let's hear about the house.
You're a homeowner.
No, I'm a renter in a house. I rent half a duplex.
Okay.
A half-ass, half a duplex. It's awful. It's awful. Okay. Until Friday of last week, we've been in the place 6 months. We just got heat and proper electrical wiring. There were 4 rooms that didn't have electricity.
Heat is good.
Heat's nice.
Electricity, you know.
My landlord lives in the back house, and he's had electricity and the furnace and everything. He's had it, right?
Right.
The whole time. We thought he was suffering with us, but no. He's been cozy as a bug in a rug, and we've been freezing our balls off. Anyway, but last Friday, right after, this was bizarre, right after the electrician left and the floor furnace guy left and everything's finally done,
Right.
I turn around and you will never believe who was in my kitchen.
Him.
Oh, that would have been nice. I've been like, hey, thanks, guy. I appreciate the work. No, his 90-pound pit bull was in my kitchen.
Nice.
And I was like, hi, sweetheart. You can't stay here. Because here's the thing. The pit bull was in the kitchen, and he had fur hanging out of his mouth.
Oh.
Alex, I have a $5,000 cat. Okay?
That's not
Let me tell you what. So I was
Now the
like,
pit bull was radioactive.
right, right. That's what everybody said. So I shooed the dog out and then made sure that my cat was okay, which he was. But I literally had to go next door and say, do you know where your pit bull is? He's in my kitchen. We all have bad landlord stories, right?
Right.
This tops it. This takes the cake. This takes the cake.
That's not good.
No.
Especially when you have a $5,000 cat.
Yeah.
I know.
Does a cat have hair on it?
Well, this is the thing. Cats do not respond to chemotherapy like humans do. They do not get lethargic, and they do not lose their hair. However, when they found out that my cat had cancer in his stomach, they had to do an ultrasound and a radioscope, and what they had to do was they had to shave his belly, which is where he's a Bengal. He's a beautiful cat.
Right.
And he has leopard spots on his belly, or he did, but they had to shave all that hair off, and now
Aw.
it won't grow back.
Oh, because the chemotherapy keeps it from growing
Right.
back.
It won't. He won't lose hair, but it
Does
doesn't.
the
it doesn't-
chemotherapy on your cat, is it something that will eventually cure the cat? I mean,
That's the
Here's
hope.
the thing. He hasn't been sick since he started,
Right.
6 months ago. And as long as I keep paying this guy about $300 or $400 every couple of weeks, he seems to be great. So I'm going to keep doing it because he's kind of got me by the balls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
You just got to tug on them.
it won't. It won't cure it, but it has made him better, and we'll just see how long it lasts.
Oh,
I'm an
wow.
optimist.
Wow. And you're not just an optimist. You're a writer.
Yes.
With a column in the Silver Lake Press.
The Silver Lake Press.
I don't think I've ever read that paper.
You haven't?
I don't
It's
think
new.
so.
It's new.
How
It
did
just
you
came out in
land
July.
a regular column? I mean, just how did you? People
This is
kill
pre-
for gigs like that.
Precisely. And here's the sad news, Alex. As of yesterday at about 11 a.m., I don't have a column anymore.
Oh.
Now you say to yourself,
Wah,
Stacie,
wah,
how'd you lose the
wah.
column? Did it suck? Were you not entertaining? Was it not funny? Were you not brilliant? Were you not a good writer? No. Alex, I'm here to tell you how I lost my column on the Silver Lake Press.
Oh.
This is factual, and this is current, and this is bullshit. The editor of the Silver Lake Press just happens to be my landlord.
Oh.
Okay, this is what happened.
Oh.
We've been dealing with crap from them for 6 months. Like, they wouldn't give us heat. They wouldn't give us electricity. Bathrooms in the place don't have doors. The deadbolt didn't lock. I mean, we've dealt with a lot of crap, and we've been very patient. So last week, we're like, dude, we have to have heat. It's getting cold. We have to have electricity. This is driving us nuts. So finally, everybody comes out and does the work. We're happy on Friday, right? We're happy. Monday morning, the electrician comes by, and he says, I got to fix an outlet that I did for you. And I'm like, why? He said, because it's not up to code, and I think the DWP inspector is going to come by and check my work.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, right. Sure enough, an hour later, he shows up. I didn't call him. He got involved a long time ago. Long story, but whatever. So he comes by, checks the work. All the breaker boxes are new. Everything looks great. I'm like, isn't it nice? He's like, well, it's nice, but it's still not up to code.
Oh. Not
So-
up to code.
He was like, they're going to be fined. All this crap is going to go down. And they're a young married couple. They got their first baby on the way. They don't have money to do this, to play this game, right? They don't have it. And even though he's got 2 incomes and no mortgage, because I take care of that, somewhere along the way, the income, I don't know where it's going, but he doesn't have the money to bring the house up to code. Now they're mad because the inspector gave him a big pink slip that said not approved. All the work was not approved. So now the electrician has to come back out and do it again, probably at their expense. Right? Ow. But, come on. You knew you had to get permitted. You had to get permits.
How did he break the news to you?
Oh, this is beautiful. So the inspector comes by, knock, knock, knock. Can I see the work? I was like, yeah, do you want me to get the owner? He's like, no, I just need to see it, and then I'll go talk to them. And I was like, okay, I'm out of this. I'm just the tenant, right? Do you know about your electrical wiring in your house? No, you don't need to because you're a renter. Right,
You
okay.
just pay the rent.
Precisely. The mortgage, as they like to call it. Whatever. So he gets through with me, and I'm like, dude, I'm getting out of your way. I'm not going to be here when this shit falls, So then he goes next door, and knock, knock, knock. And then all of a sudden I hear some screaming, and I hear some yelling, and then she's screaming at him to come back, and she has questions because he basically told her the bad news, right?
Right.
Then she slams the door, then she stomps up the stairs because I can hear everything, and then coincidentally an hour later I get an email saying, due to editorial and content changes, we are no longer able to run your column. And I was like, well, at least you're professional about it. That's good. So, and now we're in a total war with them. And we live next door to them. And we're like, dude, we just pay the rent. We pay it on time, we pay it in full, and we have rights, but they don't get it.
You pay the rent, you just want some heat and some electricity.
And they're pit bull to get out of my kitchen.
And,
Who's that? I'm asking for them.
You should have made the pit bull just simply disappear.
They did, though.
And they would have been there.
2 days later, they got rid of the dog.
Oh, really?
He's gone.
Oh, wow.
And that's another story.
That's another story.
They were neglecting the dogs.
Have you guys thought of, moving?
Yes, but the thing is, if we break the lease, then they get to keep our security deposit.
Oh, when's the lease up?
April 13th, 2003.
Yes.
And let me tell you where Stacey's going to be
But
that day.
legally,
Out there.
they have obligations.
I know.
And you can look up in the California code, but that's another
Oh,
story.
I've already got the book.
Oh.
I got the book, and I put it on my front step so that they could know that we have the book and we're aware of our rights and their responsibilities. But they just...
You could write something pretty good because you're not only a writer, but you're a copywriter.
Yeah.
What's the difference between being a writer and a copywriter?
One is art, and one is just pure whoring. No, I'm just joking.
That's great. That's
Sorry,
great.
honey. My honey is my honey over there is a copywriter. Actually, copywriter is a great gig if you can get one.
Okay.
Because you can take a product and be really creative and funny or elaborate or whatever and sell a product, and it's great. But then the client gets involved, and they basically rip all the art out of it, and then you're just left again with the strategy statement, which is kind of what they had to begin with. So I don't know.
But it's a writing gig.
It is a writing gig.
To write.
I do, and hello, I need more gigs because I work with like 7 different people right now, and they just call me whenever they have assignments, which they haven't had an assignment in a couple weeks. So Mama's a little broke right now. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I wrote the Christmas card for Universal TriStar. No, it's Columbia TriStar Pictures. I wrote their Christmas card.
Wow.
How does it go? How does it go?
Well, I did it like a movie review, like, you know how they go, like, 2 thumbs up, and, you know, it's basically like, 2003, coming soon, you know, hey, if you like 2002, you'll love 2003. It's like it's a sequel or something like that. So it was like a huge movie review. It's funny, you know.
Well, you know, they're just 1 block away this way.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Sony's Pictures. Ooh.
I know, I worked there yesterday on Life with Bonnie.
Wow, that's right, because you are an extra on sitcoms.
Yeah.
Now does that make you when you work?
You might recognize me from the stadium scene on According to Jim last night. I was a Chicago Bears fan.
Now, when did you start doing the extra thing? You were by the way, we have to go back in time.
Okay, back in time.
Texas.
Yeah.
Then New York.
Yeah.
Did you live in Manhattan?
Yes, I did, on 344 East 65th Street, between 1st and 2nd, apartment number 2D.
Was it expensive?
I thought so at the time, but then I came out here and I realized we had a pretty good deal. But we had problems in the place. It was not a perfect place.
Did it have electricity and heat?
It did have electricity and heat,
Wow.
but the ceiling in the bathroom kept falling through. So that happened 3 times. And then we're like, we got to get out of here. And then the neighbor killed his wife. It was crazy. Yeah.
Wait, back up. And the neighbor killed his wife?
Hey.
Did you hear it?
We had a good deal.
You heard this, and then all of a sudden it was over?
No,
or
but...
You just came back and there was yellow tape.
Desmond says I can tell a story.
Oh.
Desmond, no, we didn't actually know she died. Desmond was the last person, Desmond's my husband, he was the last person to have a conversation with her through the walls, because he was installing cable wire, because we moved the TV to the other side of the room. That's what you do every 6 months. You just change your furniture around because you can't afford to move, because it's too expensive. Anyway, so he was just laying the cable wire and doing the little staples in the wall, and she was banging on the wall going, shut up, shut up, shut up, you're making too much noise. It was 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday.
Right.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, you're making too much noise. Screaming, yelling, you shut up, no, you shut up, no, you shut up. Next thing you know, she's dead. Boom, boom, boom. Then like 2 weeks later,
We're laughing at her death. Sorry.
the comment, well, she was not a nice person. You know, like some people die and you're like, like Sherman Block, whatever his name is. You're like, not gonna miss him. He's a cocksucker. Anyway, yeah. So she died, and then the common law husband, all of a sudden, he ripped out all the carpet, repainted everything, and all of her personal belongings were burned, just destroyed, and she was cremated. Murder? Did you say murder?
Fishy.
I don't know, but all I know is they fought relentlessly for 6.5 years.
That's one of the things about New York. I hear that you have to use thin walls, and you have to
Very thin walls, and you hear everything. And let me tell you, the fights they had were like, help, help, he's going to kill me, someone please. He's going to kill me. I'm not kidding. And so we would always call the police, and then he'd show up, and be like, knock, knock, knock. Evidently someone's going to kill you. And she'd be like, no, we worked it out. Well, guess what? They didn't work it out.
Well, he worked it out.
He worked it out. He's actually a pretty happy guy now.
Well,
Congratulations.
because he's worked it out.
Yeah, he's like,
She did not.
tell you what, I think I won this battle.
Now, you started stand-up comedy in
1995 in New York.
New York.
First time I went on stage was Gotham Comedy Club.
And
down
what
in the Flatiron
is the
District.
comedy scene like there for stand-ups? I hear
It
you
is
can do.
fabulous,
I hear you
and
can do-
people are talented.
I hear you can do 2 or 3 open mic nights a night.
Absolutely. You just hop on the train, you just go around town. Yeah, absolutely. And they're great. And you will see some of the most talented people in the world.
Have you seen Comedian yet?
No, but you know what?
You need to see it.
No, I think I'm on it.
Are
This
you?
is the thing. I don't know if they... Okay, let me just tell you the story. I did a show at Gotham Comedy Club one night.
Right.
And after the show, these 2 guys with video cameras came up and they said, can we ask you some questions? Now, I didn't know who they were affiliated with. I didn't know why they were there. They said, can we ask you some questions? I said, absolutely. I'd be more than happy to answer some questions. They said, what brought you to the show tonight? I said, I'm a comedian. Did you see the show? I just did my set. And they're like,
on the stage.
yeah. And they're like, no,
Microphone
we weren't
thing.
in there. And I was like, okay, whatever. And they're like, what do you think of Jerry Seinfeld? And I go, what do I think of Jerry Seinfeld? Well, I mean, he's obviously done very well for himself. I congratulate the man on his success, but he's not a Lenny Bruce or a Bill Hicks. I mean, he's not doing dangerous comedy. He's not doing anything that thought-provoking.
Right.
He's like, what's the deal with a Q-tip? I don't know. A Q-tip is just a piece of wood with a couple pieces of cotton balls. You throw them in your ear and you clean them out, and that's it. Jerry Seinfeld. Well, they were Jerry Seinfeld's people, and they were shooting that documentary. And so I basically talk shit about him
You ripped on it.
on his own documentary. And so I'm afraid to go see it because I'm like, oh, Jesus. If I'm on it, forget it. I'm over. I'm done.
If that's what you said, you're not on it.
Yeah.
I can tell you.
Really?
I've seen the movie. And
Yeah, well, I was kind of like,
Was it
all right.
the movie kind of in praise of Seinfeld, like the off-camera things?
Well, some of it was sort of
They have
self-serving, but there was also... No. Unfortunately not. That would have been good. Just the way you did it, actually.
Well, I was actually the voiceover for that.
My favorite Seinfeld joke, but he does a bunch longer routine.
Yeah.
It's the one where he goes, so why is it when people break down, they pull over and then they open up their hood and they stare at their engine? He goes, what are they trying to do? Find the big on-off switch? Oh, it's off. Oh, okay, click. No, there it goes. Well, he did it much better, but I thought it was really funny.
Alex, I don't think you did.
Well,
I don't think you did. Seriously, he's a what's the deal with Q-tips guy. I don't care. It's just not.
Well, he did have some good. What the whole thing behind the movie
has
is that
good jokes.
he totally ditched everything he's ever done. He's dumped it all and started out from scratch.
It's good. Yeah, and then he went around to the clubs, and he did his set just like a normal comic would. Now, here's what you don't know. And I don't know if they put it on there because they videotaped all his sets. But there was one night that he went up at the club, the night that I went up, and evidently some British people were in the audience, and either they didn't know who he was or they didn't care. But he was bombing badly.
Oh, yeah.
And he bombed badly. And then in the middle of it, they were heckling him so just ferociously. He finally stopped and he goes, do you know who I am? I'm Jerry Seinfeld, for God's sake.
Really?
Come on! How low can you get? I'm like, oh, Jerry. What are they? And then they're going to love you? They're going to like, oh, that's Jerry Seinfeld? Go ahead, sweetheart. You're hilarious. They don't talk like that.
They did show him bombing, but they didn't show that particular bomb.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds pretty rough.
you have bombed before.
No, never.
Never?
Have I bombed? Have I bombed?
Bombing is part of
Oh,
comedy.
yes, I did. I did. I bombed very recently. This was crazy.
Where and when?
It was, and seriously, I do not bomb that often.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Seriously, I'm a pretty strong performer. I don't let it get out of control that much. But there was one night that it just got just ridiculous. Here's the thing. It was at the Cat Club on Sunset.
Okay.
Now, the Cat Club on Sunset is run by a really nice girl, and she charges everybody $5. Pretty cheap to see a show. You know, $5, no drink,
that's
whatever.
very reasonable.
But I'm really broke right now, Alex, and I had $5 to me, on my name, to my name, whatever. $5 was all I had. I didn't have enough money in the bank account to pull out $20 because you have to pull out $20,
Right.
So I was like, okay, we got $5. I got to get my husband in the door because she doesn't comp people.
Right.
She's making a living, whatever. I can play that game. But here's the deal: on Sunset, you got to park, and it's $7 to park.
Right.
If you're lucky.
Yeah. I think there's a $5 lot. I remember there was a $5 lot. We're like, okay, this $5 can either go to the parking or it can go to your cover. I don't know what to do because he was going to videotape my set that night. So he had the video camera. And I had a great set. I was ready to go. And we get on Sunset and I find a meter space. And I'm like, oh my God, there's a meter space. This is great. It's all of our solutions. Okay, no. I had $1 left. So this gave me basically like 36 minutes. I'm like, if we put this $1 in here, maybe I can get in, go first, come out and move the car and we're done, right? Get the tape and go. So I put it in there. And then I go to the door and I'm like, hey, sweetheart, is there any way you can comp my husband? Because I'm a little strapped for cash and, I can't park. She says, no, she can't. Ooh. And she said, but I know where you can park for free. And I'm like, great, because there's a spot right there. There's one last spot on Sunset. It's a free space. Go get it. So we go and move the car. I'm like, if I move the car, then I'm really screwed, right? So we move the car. Anyway, long story short, I get into a brawl with this guy who is basically beat me to the spot, even though my husband's standing in the spot. Anyway, so I was so frustrated about this whole parking scenario. I spit on the guy's car. I yelled. I called him a cock ass and all kinds of stuff. It was great. It was absolutely fantastic. Quite the show. So finally, I had to say, Desmond, take the car, go park it. I got to go do my set. Because guess what? I'm going up like second. And I go, can you at least move me down? He's here to videotape me, and he's not even in the building. She's like, no, I won't move you.
Ooh.
And no, I won't comp him. I'm like, okay, 2 battles, lost. And I'm pissed.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of a temper. Anyway, so I get in the club. Desmond parks at Hustler for free. You can park at Hustler for free for $1. All you gotta buy.
Thank God for Larry Flint.
All you gotta buy is a big fat dildo. Okay, hey, all right. I'm just joking.
You guys use it
Which
later, yeah.
we did need one, so that was good.
Well, there you
whatever.
go. Two good skill.
So anyway, so I get in there and I go up on stage and I was so rattled and so frustrated that I just lost it. I couldn't tell one single joke.
How did you start out? What did you do?
I started out by doing my...
Because I'm the announcer, and here she is, the wonderful Stacie Burrows, yay!
I'm like, hey, how you doing?
Okay.
I was like, hey, did you ever wake up one morning and realize you're destined to fail? I did my whole destined to fail bit.
Right.
And then it just dawned on me that I can't even park. Like, that's how miserably lost I am at winning. And then I'm like, God, the irony is so great on this bit. And that's what set me off, because my mind was going one way and my mouth was going another. And then I just couldn't get through it. I had a friend out there who's seen me perform like 6 or 7 times. He's like, what is happening, Stacie? midway through the set, because I found a guy to videotape me. So he's videotaping this whole thing. Middle of the set, I lose it. I snap. I just snap, and I go off about, because no one's laughing at all. They hate me. I hate me. Everybody hates me. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, what am I going to do to get out of this? So then I just start beating myself up on stage, just like, God, I suck. I can't do anything right. And then they love it. Then this couple walks in. This couple walks in, and I'm like, oh my God, you guys just missed the best set of my life. I've been doing comedy for 6 years, and this was the best set. Anyway, so then they started laughing, but it was awful. And then basically at the end, I said, thanks, that's my time. My name is Tracy Davis. You can ask for me. And I didn't even own up to my own name. It was awful. So yes, I have bombed miserably once.
Only once, so that's amazing. That's amazing.
I mean, bombed. I mean, I've done poorly, but I've never bombed like that before.
Right. But what was your best night then, that you can remember? Or were there
the best night. Oh, well, the best night had to be. It was one of my last shows in New York. It was Caroline's on Broadway, packed house. I mean,
Caroline's very famous club.
All the way to the back, right? And I just killed, and it was just amazing. It was the best. It was the best feeling.
Now, New York, great place to play comedy. They actually pay you in New York.
Well, yeah, I never got paid, but... Yeah.
Well, okay, but they heard that they actually pay. They don't pay anybody here in L.A.
There's one guy who does. He's
In
a
LA?
producer named Rob Toohey. He runs a website called HeyLady.com, and basically you have to bring your audience, but he will give you a cut of the cover.
Oh, really?
So it's I don't bring people. So I don't do his room anymore.
But you were basically you came over from, you got one bad winter too many in New York, and you came to L.A.
Yeah, in April of 2001. So it was kind of nice. So we got out here before it all hell broke loose. Yeah, it was weird because we were kind of like, what are we doing in L.A.? How did that happen? And then September 11th, we were like, oh, that was fate stepping in. Thank you, fate. Appreciate it.
You've been happily here ever since, except for your house.
Happily. No, not happily. I mean, I like the city. I know, Steve, you like the city.
I dig it.
Right? Because you go to the beach and you can hang out.
I live by the beach.
Oh.
I live in Venice, right by the beach.
Do you know of any vacancies?
No.
Call me.
None.
Gotta talk.
If you drive around, there's also signs that say apartment for rent, $2,000.
I know. Well, I go to Craigslist now because I'm addicted to Craigslist, and I look on the apartments every day because any day now they're going to tell us, you got to go. Because we're like, oh, that's right, we haven't been paying your mortgage. But see, that's the thing. We know we have the power because we pay their mortgage.
One thing you did when you were in New York, though, is you worked with Will Ferrell's brother.
Right, Pat Farrell. He's starring in Klondike and Snow right now in New York. He's great. That kid is hilarious. Now, he studied out here to be a director. He was in film school and then realized, no, I'm actually funny. So he went to New York and started doing stand-up and sketch comedy. And we were in an all-female sketch comedy group. Pat, the guy, and me. And it was an all-lesbian sketch comedy group. And we're like,
Sweet.
I was like, how are we in an all-lesbian group? You're a guy and I'm straight. I'm like, whatever. I'll take it if I can get it. So I slept with a director, a woman, but whatever. It was a good time. No, it was fun. He's a great guy. He actually broke my friend's knee.
Wow, how did you do that?
It was New Year's Eve, the millennium. We had 1, 2, 3, 12 too many.
Yeah.
We got a little drunk, and Pat's thing, he's like 7 feet tall, and he likes to pick people up and Happy New Year the whole night. He's Happy New Year. Well, by the end of the night, like 6 in the morning, he picked up my friend David. Happy New Year! And just David fell. We don't hold Pat responsible because it was just a silly accident. But David was out of work for 3 months. But during that 3 months, he got his life together. He's now in law school, and he's lost 100 pounds.
Wow.
So sometimes you just have to have somebody break your knee.
What about the time when you asked Courtney Love for a credit card?
Oh, my God. I was working at Houston's in Midtown, and we used to do the after parties for Saturday Night Live. So it was crazy. Courtney Love was not on the show, but she was Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers was on the show, and then she was friends with Flea, whatever. So they're sitting at my table, and just, they're crazy. So she ran up this huge tab, and at the end I said, can I get your credit card to, close out your tab? And she wasn't at the table, but her friend gave me her credit card. And yes, I have Courtney Love's credit card number because I photocopied it because I'm a freak. Okay. Anyway, I also have Lauren Michaels and Will Ferrell, but shh, don't tell anybody. Okay. I'm not going to do anything with them unless you offer me a lot of money because I can't pay my mortgage. Okay. Anyway, so I ask her for I get her credit card. It's in my hand. She finds me in the restaurant, which is packed, and she starts screaming and yelling at me. She starts screaming and yelling at Lauren. Lauren, I'm not buying my own drinks. You had me here as a guest, and I am not about to pay my own tab, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I'm sorry, Miss Love.
Like
Courtney.
She can't afford it.
Yeah.
Cheap-ass bitch.
But what got me is the fact that she has a credit card. She's got a line of credit. She's a crackhead. Isn't she like a heroin addict or something?
I'm like, cleaned up. What year was it?
She's got enough money.
This was like 3 years ago.
If you have enough money, they'll give a credit
Yeah.
card to your dog.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good idea. Write that down, sweetheart.
Credit cards for dogs.
So what happened then? Did you pay for it or Lauren Michaels?
No, Lauren Michaels did. And you know what's funny about that whole story? His credit card got declined.
Oh,
3 times.
no.
He used Broadway Video. He used the SNL card. And he's like an NBC card. 3 times it got declined.
Wow.
I wasn't waiting on him though. He's a nice guy.
How did
Super nice
it get paid then? How did Courtney Love's bill get paid?
Lauren took it. Lauren said, put it on my tab. Just take the whole table. It was like $200 or $300.
okay.
And he goes, just, I'll take care of it.
So her and Flea were just getting all smashed.
Oh, they were all smashed. They were in the bathroom for a really long time.
Wow.
Maybe she had an upset tummy. I don't know. But, yeah.
Who's to say?
Who is to say? I don't know.
Alex, you never did get around to you never did make it back around to the extra thing. You started out.
That's
and
right.
you
Let's
missed
talk about your life as an extra.
Oh, well, now
How long have you been doing it?
Okay, well, I started doing it 1.5 years ago, but please do not misunderstand. I do not do it all the time.
Right.
I only do it when I'm really broke because it doesn't pay. I'm not union, so
What does it pay?
you get $50 for the first 8 hours. And
Wow.
pretty much they feed you too. So it's an easy gig, but it doesn't pay you a lot. But then after the 8 hours, then they pay you like double time or triple time and all that crap. So the longer you're there, the bigger your check. So it's okay. But they're not very respected, the extras. So you just kind of have to keep to yourself and keep quiet, which is very hard for me.
And what do you do then?
You just basically cross back and forth. Like I was working on the Andy Richter show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I have to burp. This is embarrassing.
Burp,
Please do.
Please.
Okay,
please.
it's gone. See how that happened?
Oh, we want to hear it.
Whoa! I didn't know that was coming. All right, whatever. Okay, that was embarrassing. All right, anyway. No, I was an office worker, and Andy Richter controls the universe.
Right.
So you just dress up like an office worker would, and the guy tells you when to cross, and you just basically walk behind the main actors. See? Just like this, like you're very subtle. But yeah, I do the West Wing, I do Andy Richter Controls the Universe, I did Life with Bonnie, According to Jim, Alias, I do all the big shows.
So you were in the White House.
I'm a White House staffer.
Wow.
You're a staffer.
Wow.
I'm a staffer.
Did you get speaking
Nice.
roles?
Shit, no! If I did, they'd tap Hartley
You'd
and
be
I'd be
union.
union. And I'd be making like $250 a day.
Okay.
No, that's on the... I have 1 voucher. I need 2 more. 2 more vouchers.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
You have to get 3 vouchers in order to join SAG.
How do you get 1 voucher? How did you get that 1 voucher?
I was an extra on a commercial that my
Did you-
husband cast me in.
Did you talk?
No, and it got cut out. But here's the funny story about that. Basically, they wanted really hot supermodels to drink
Right.
coffee.
Right.
I didn't get that part.
Oh,
Anyway,
why
so
not?
I don't know. Weird, because I look like fucking Ruth Buzzy. Okay, anyway, so
You kind of...
I know.
that.
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah, but Ruth Buzzy was really famous, or was.
Was right.
Well, she's still, wait, doesn't she
She's still doing
does
movies.
stuff?
She does.
She still makes a living
Yeah, I know.
out of acting.
I love her. I've been to RuthBuzzy.com.
Oh my God, Ruth Buzzy.
I'm thinking about doing headshots like me as Ruth Buzzy, like
Should do
with
your
my
hair
hair in
like
the
this?
net and the
Oh,
little black purse.
yeah.
I gotta do that. Either that or I'm gonna do. Remember those Ann
Is that a
Gaddis?
real name?
Ruth Buzzy? Absolutely. Buzzi. Yeah.
Wow. I didn't
You
know
could
that.
be like, if there's like a movie about her life, you could be her at a young age.
I know. I've already thought about that. Trust me.
The Ruth Buzzy story.
I know. Starring Stacie Burrows.
You could write the script too. You could write the script.
I'm pretty multifaceted. I
You
mean,
made you a
again,
writer, and you could say
Oh,
you
yeah.
could start out with like she hits the town, she has like a suitcase, and she's looking around,
this is where magic
and then
happens.
it goes from there to like.
Yeah.
I mean, by the way, I'm only half kidding. Because I don't think it would really cost that much to make the Ruth Buzzy story. It isn't like there's all these special effects you have to have.
I know.
This is the part where the car chase happens. You know
Well,
what I mean?
I was gonna get somebody to be Henry Gibson, the guy who used to bring her the flower or whatever,
Yeah.
just to pose
You
as
should
headshots.
write
Would I
the
get
Ruth-
calls or what?
Right? You
Totally.
If
or-
I sent out headshots as Ruth
Hell
Buzzy?
yeah.
No. You know what you should do? You should actually have a one-woman show with a script called The Ruth Buzzy Story, and then sell the script.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I think it's a good idea.
You really had to go in there
Yeah.
for a moment, then you just
Yeah.
ran out of gas.
Well, I mean, the thing is, that you have to do the one-woman show first, and then I don't know if Ruth Buzzy's lawyer would call you up and go, "I'm sorry, this is an unauthorized duplication of Ruth Buzzy."
I know, but then I get press.
That's
Yes,
true.
see, no such thing as bad publicity.
Yeah.
The other,
Actually, you might as well. I mean, you might as well do it. Here you go.
I
You
know.
give them this great idea.
maybe I'll go shoplifting at Saks.
You
I
did
bet I
it to
wouldn't get
jail.
off.
No, you
I
don't-
know.
Yeah.
Like throw that bitch in the.
But you're tough enough to. Because they know, oh, she's tough enough. She can handle it.
I know. I'm really tough.
Yeah, they would know. They go.
I
oh,
punched
yeah.
Peter
Tough
Brackley in the
as
nose in 3rd grade.
Ooh.
Broke his nose
Nice.
almost. It was crazy.
Well, you know what?
Mess-
We We have to. Oh no! One thing we have to talk about before we go: the groundlings, the infamous groundlings.
Oh no! Where's
Time
45
flies.
minutes.
Yeah.
No, I'm studying with the groundlings. It's phenomenal.
How long have you been with them?
I started about 8 months ago.
And what class are you in?
Well, I've done level 1, level 2, level 3.
Did you have to repeat any?
No. Well, yes, but not really. It's a story, but I won't get into it.
Okay.
Anyway, but then they have a waiting list for the writing lab, which can be a year long. So I'm on that crazy waiting list. So I'm just waiting for my name to come up so that I can pay them $600 for them to teach me how to write. But I already know how to write, but they're going to teach me how to write the groundlings way.
But I think you can skip the writing class and go on to the next level of comedy.
I think you get. Well, it's the writing lab and then there's advanced, but I think you have to go in that order, and you have to be like invited.
So you just take level 3 over.
I can. Oh yeah, I can, but I don't have the money, and it's crazy. And it's like you can go back and take like levels that are like 1 or 2 or 3. You can take those again and again, and sometimes you can get in there for free. But here's the thing: knowing what you know, once you get to a certain level, it's hellacious to be in a group of people who haven't learned the rules yet.
Right,
so you're like, okay,
right.
I get this, and then you're in a group of people who haven't. Because I went through that phase too. I was like, I don't get it. But then one day it clicks and you get it, and then you go, oh God, I can't work with somebody who doesn't get it, because then the scene goes nowhere. Like, hey, I do special events for Disney, and I had to improv audition,
right.
and I went in and they had a big group improv, and we all go in there, and I'm like, hey, Mary, that's that tie you gave me for Christmas last year, whatever,
Right,
scenario.
right.
And she goes, Mary? I'm not Mary. Who are you? I mean, that's just like the ultimate, in improv, you know everybody. And so I'm just like, oh, this is going to be hell. So anyway, the groundlings are great. They're great.
And you know Will Ferrell, the groundlings.
Will
graduate.
Ferrell, yeah.
Obviously, you know his brother, but you met him too.
Yeah, oh yeah, several
More
times.
than met?
Several times. Yeah, I met
More
him
than
through
met.
through the after parties at Houston's, but he's actually out here now. He bought a house in Hollywood Hills. Yay, Will got married, and now he's doing films.
Actor, yes.
Yeah, he's
serious comedy.
He's huge.
Well, yeah, because he's in Austin Powers. I mean, that's giving him so much visibility.
I mean, he's just incredibly talented and super nice. Like the nicest guy you'd ever want to meet.
Well, it is that time.
No.
But you can say anything you want to say to end the show. You can talk to the camera. You have a message to your 91-year-old grandma out there.
Hey, Mimi. Sorry about the cocksucker and I'm just joking. She knows I curse horribly, but
She knows you're not sorry about it, too.
I know. I'm sorry, not sorry.
Well, that's your comment in life. Don't be sorry about
Don't
things.
be sorry. And don't be my landlord. If you're a landlord, this is my message. If you're a landlord, know your responsibility. And if you're a tenant, know your rights. Don't be afraid.
Yes.
Don't be afraid.
Well, Tracy. it's
Stacie!
been wonderful. I know, Stacy. You said Tracy earlier, and then I got
I
the
know,
Tracy
I
in my mind.
know,
Now
I know. That's all
Stacie.
right.
Alex faux pas.
I know.
Alec, it's
Well,
really been nice to be
You said
here.
Tracy Davis.
I
and
know,
then
I
was
know.
like, I know it's Stacey Burrows, and then I got this Tracy Davis thing going.
I know. You know
I'm
who
sorry.
Tracy Davis is, though? Sammy Davis Jr.'s daughter.
Oh.
And it's a producer that works with my
okay,
husband.
okay.
She's the coolest chick in the world.
Wow.
She's cool as shit. I love her. So I use her name all the time. I'm like, yeah, I'm Sammy Davis Jr.'s daughter.
You look like it.
I
you
do,
could,
don't
you
I?
could pass.
You could.
Yes.
You could.
Okay, one eye.
Stacy.
Yes, Alex.
It was great having you.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. It was a blast.
I mean, you were just alive. So we just hope that you become the next Will Ferrell. But the female.
Thanks.
Yes,
Wilhelmina
yes,
Farrell.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully everyone else thinks that too. Who knows?
Well, thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, it was our pleasure.
Oh, no, it's my pleasure.
No, it's
Our
fine.
pleasure, yeah. Well, anyway, folks, it is November 6, 2002. The Alex Duffy Show. Good night.